Let's take a moment together to reflect on a question at the heart of being human. How do we choose the life we live? Or in other words, upon whom or what is the primary source and principal driver of our life? Every day, we are offered countless opportunities to shape our experiences and leave a meaningful legacy to the world. Let's explore the depth of that choice, because it's more than just a decision-making process. It's about embracing the essence of who we are. Have you ever felt the subtle nudge of an internal wisdom? That quiet, persistent feeling that urges you to go beyond the ordinary and step into something bigger, something better. A former client who was a busy professional was at a crossroad. She had a lucrative career, but felt a deep sense of incompleteness. One evening, while she was walking through her neighborhood park, she noticed a community art class happening nearby. Despite having no artistic background, she felt an unexplainable pull to join. That evening, she realized how much she had neglected her creative side. Over time, the simple act of listening to her inner voice and adding creative expressions in her week led her to rediscover joy and balance in her life. These types of experiences are not just fleeting thoughts. It's our conscience calling, a deep force that connects us to what truly matters. This inner compass is more than just a tool. It's a guide that helps us navigate life's twists and turns with purpose. By tuning into it, we discover what resonates with our hearts. It's through these moments of clarity, like this client's, that we can shape our identity and discover what is authentically meaningful in the uniqueness of our life. And this is where the magic happens. When we align with this internal wisdom and way of discovering knowledge, we unlock our potential, embracing the unique callings that only we can fulfill. Have you ever stopped to question the meaning of life? Even more importantly, the meaning of your life? Maybe it was during a quiet moment of reflection, or perhaps it came after a major life event. I share in the book when at the age of 7, my family was involved in a car accident. It was a few days later that my father, at the age of 28, passed away. This had a profound impact upon me due to my father's passing, as well as other losses in the family over the next few years. I found myself at a very early age asking those significant life questions. What is life about? Is there a purpose to life? To my life? What are the things that matter most? To whom and where do I look for those answers? I've learned that external events can elicit internal awakenings. Although those questions persist through a lifetime, by and by I have discovered beautiful and profound answers which have shaped my life. These questions and the discovery of the answers to them can certainly be transformative. They invite us to pause, reassess, and even realign. My story illustrates how listening to our conscience can provide clarity. It's your trusted guide, urging you to reflect on one of life's most profound questions. Upon what or whom is the primary source and principal driver of my life? Answering this question isn't always easy, but it's the key to uncovering our authentic path. When we know that it is an internal wisdom that calls and guides us, we can move forward with confidence, knowing our life is aligned with our deepest aspirations. What grounds you? What gives your life meaning? These are the questions we all grapple with, and the answers often lie in our spiritual nature, the part of us that yearns for connection, purpose, and truth. Take Mia's story as an example. She found herself overwhelmed with the demands of caregiving for her aging parents while raising her young children. In her search for balance, Mia began meditating for a few minutes each morning. Over time, this simple practice helped her connect with her spiritual nature, bringing clarity and strength to her daily life. She began to see the opportunity and meaning in this moment in her life, to see the value expressed in having time with her parents, and to also provide a loving example for her children. When we nurture this spiritual core, we create a solid foundation for our identity and discovering our purpose. Like Mia, it's in these moments of reflection, those aha moments, that we find clarity. We're able to step back, reconnect old beliefs, and recalibrate our priorities. Living intentionally means aligning with what's most meaningful to us. It's about crafting a life that feels true and purposeful. A life where each decision is rooted in what we value most, the unique dimension of our spirituality. Our spiritual nature is what sets us apart. While instinctual biological systems push us to survive, our spiritual nature calls and pulls us to thrive. It's a source of hope, resilience, and creativity, a courage to confront our fears and doubts. Consider Daniel, a middle school teacher who faced burnout after years in the profession. Inspired by his students, he began a mindfulness club to teach them resilience. Not only did he rejuvenate his passion for teaching, but it also gave his students tools to manage stress. Daniel's spirituality wasn't about seeking meaning, it was about living it daily. When we make this effort, we experience harmony, fulfillment, and even joy in our life. We also create a ripple effect, contributing to the well-being of those around us. Your spiritual nature is like a reservoir of wisdom, holding the key to your deepest truths. I worked with a client who, despite a demanding job, spent 1 hour every weekend volunteering at a local shelter. She calls it her soulful reset, a time when she feels most connected to her highest self. By listening to our pure intelligence, we align our actions with our higher self, creating a life that reflects our true purpose. Spiritual intelligence is the ability to apply spiritual insights to everyday life. It's about growing, adapting, and thriving, even in the face of challenges. I worked with a retired military veteran who found a purpose in mentoring young people. Although he questioned his desire to make another commitment, he volunteered to share his life lessons that allowed him to find healing and provide guidance for others, helping them with greater resilience. His efforts to become more conscious of the expressions made from his pure intelligence and become more aligned led to his spiritual intelligence expressed in a newfound clarity to his post-retirement life. As we nurture this part of ourselves, we become more attuned to our conscience, trusting this internal way of knowing that guides us toward authenticity. With spiritual intelligence, living intentionally and purposefully isn't just a lofty goal, it's a way of life. Your spiritual journey is uniquely yours, and every step you take brings you closer to a life rich with meaning, purpose, and contribution. Embrace this process of growth with curiosity and an open heart. So take a moment today to pause, reflect, and listen. Your next opportunity awaits. It's one filled with possibility and with purpose.